Hey guys, what is up? It is Bib07 here again, and welcome to another episode of the Hardcore Iron Man Progress series here today. In this video, we're going to be getting to some more of the higher leveled quests, as well as some pretty big level ups as we slowly make our march towards Prif and Questcape. We're going to be honestly pretty close to Questcape once we have entered Prif, so that'll be pretty nice. Just a couple of higher leveled ones will be left at that point, and I'll go about knocking them out as I see fit. But yeah, this one we got a couple of pretty big quests, some nice level ups, as well as I think we got an achievement diary, or whatever you call it, a task set or so in here somewhere. So yeah, without further ado, let's start rolling the clips. The first one here is one of the most annoying fucking grinds I've ever had to do, and it is me about to get an agility level here on these stupid fucking auto cycles in the at the dig site place. I don't know what this place is called. The empty throne room, actually, I think is what it's called. And these things suck so bad, but apparently they're the best XP for their level unless you're doing the wilderness. But look at how long it fucking takes you. You get off the thing and then you have to spam click for like literally a solid 3 or 4 seconds before you even move, and then you can click on the next bike and get on it. And these things change every like 40 seconds, so you can imagine how annoying it gets if you're here for hours grinding. You have to keep jumping on and off these bikes, and half the time you're spending is going to be sitting there waiting for the long ass animation to finish. And to top it all off, you can only climb onto the bikes from one single tile, which is on their north side, so that's even more annoying because your player will walk, unless you click straight to the square that you know you can jump on from, your player will walk to the bike and like touch it first, and then will run over to the square and then jump on, which even makes it even more annoying because it slows down your time and just makes it so you have to pay more attention and switch more often. So yeah, I really hated doing this, but like it's almost worse than normal agility for me because this is like kind of inconsistent. It is consistent in the timing, but you really don't have enough time in between switching to do anything of any significance, like play another game or something like that. Because if you're not on the powered one, you get like 1/10 the XP, so you're just wasting your time. And these things actually have an XP limit cap of 800k XP you can only get on them for your entire account, which is a bit of a strange mechanic, but apparently they thought it was too OP. I can't imagine doing this for any longer than I did. And I didn't quite reach the cap. I'm like maybe 80k XP off or something like that, but I don't know if there's any reason to do it or not. But if there isn't, I definitely will not be returning here because it was terrible. The one good thing about these things is that they have a pretty good chance of giving you the agility pet because it's per action. And usually I think you can only get it upon completion of a lap of the course. So, or it's time-based. I don't know how the hell pets work in this game, but I think you can only get it when you complete a course normally, but here you have a much higher chance to get it. And yeah, I made this clip a little bit longer just so I could rant a bit about the experience of using these stupid things. But I actually did manage to get the agility pet from here. I think I was 74 agility or so when I got it, and I believe I started here at 68 or 69 agility, and I was just grinding this out over the course of a couple days, doing it a bit on mobile and stuff like that, just because I wanted to. Obviously I got the 75 agility requirement out of the way for Prif, which is very nice, and you know, it's important to get that, although I really don't understand why the Heffen course requires higher than 75 agility. Like, it should just be 75 because that's the level you get into the city with, but I don't really know. They just have it at, I think it's 78 or 77. But that is actually one of the agility levels I'm going to be getting right here. I think I'm going to be getting 77 agility here, and it is going to be a nice one to get because it is one of the, I think my final quest requirement for the Ritual of the Majorat. As you can see here, we are about to hit the level up in one more tick of this XP. There it is, 77 agility. Such a horrible training spot right here, but yeah, level 77 agility is one of the, okay, I guess we're missing one other requirement. I think the crafting, we still needed to get up a little bit higher, but yeah, that is also the requirement for the Heffen course, so that'll be what we do obviously for the rest of the way till 99 agility, because there's no other reason to go anywhere else unless you're doing wilderness with demonic skull, which I'm obviously not going to be doing on this account. But yeah, this next clip we have here is the completion of the Ritual of the Majorat quest. So I went ahead and got that other requirement or two out of the way. I think it might have been crafting, but I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, this quest is really, really fun. I really enjoy it. Just the whole Majorat chain with While Gothic Sleeps and the Temple at Sentiston, this quest, they're all really, really fantastic quests, and I like them a lot. There is a lot of combat in this quest, but it is really easy, honestly. And then we have the quest completion, the 3 quest points, 110k agility, 40k crafting, and 40k mining, as well as 3 80k XP lamps. And we have unlocked accuracy at the barrows, Bane ore, and Bane ammo that we can make stuff out of, as well as glaciers. Like, this is such a huge quest in terms of post-quest unlocks. You get all that stuff. It's really, really crazy. And you also would get access to like the Storm of Armadyl spell back in the day when that was useful. So when this quest came out, it was just a bombshell. It was massive. But yeah, we're going to be using these on Herblore because you need 72 or higher on the skill, and I'm only 59 summoning here, so we're just going to use these on Herblore. And I think, does that actually get us all the way there or not quite? Yeah, it does. That gets us all the way up to 75 Herblore, 3 levels from 72, or was I 73? I don't remember. But either way, we got 75 Herblore, which is obviously one of the requirements for prif. Very, very nice to get that out of the way. The majority of that was lamped with either quests or achievement diary stuff. So, you know, that's just the way you got to approach Herblore in the early times when you're not doing bossing and getting a lot of herbs that way. You want to be dumping most of your lamps into that. But yeah, that's a really, really nice quest to get out of the way. Big stuff unlocked, and you know, just a nice milestone quest to see. This next one we're going to be doing here is another entry into my least favorite quest line in the game, which is the Penguin Chain. And we're going to be completing the Back to the Freezer quest here, which I think is the last quest out in that chain currently, I believe. So, or maybe there's one more, I don't remember. But either way, we have Back to the Freezer completed here. Nothing really ever great from these quests. Decent bit of XP rewards there, and we get 64 rune crafting as a result. And then you just get like a bunch of more random buffs or additions to the Penguin hide and seek minigame, which, yeah, absolutely terrible quest. I do agree with my past self there, but yeah, I don't really do the Penguin minigame too much. I probably should do it weekly just to get those extra free XP, but I'm just super lazy and can't be asked to do it. But maybe I will in the future. But this next quest here was actually a pretty scary one. Like, actually, like, was kind of high up on my list of yeesh quests, and that is Hero's Welcome. The reason for that is because there are 2 kind of boss fights in this quest. One where you have to fight a dragonkin, and then one where you have to fight the Abomination boss. I'm sure if you've ever fought that, you remember one of the worst fights in the fucking game. It's so AIDS, and the worst part is you can't wear a Sign of Life with it during these fights because you need this dragonkin protection charm. As you can see here, we've got 2 quest points, 10k, and a bunch of skills, and then 5% more runes when rune crafting. You can refight the Abomination if you want, and that's pretty much it. But yeah, like I was saying, it is definitely a scary one because you can't wear a Sign of Life because you need this charm on that protects you from the dragonkin fire, and you know, if you don't have that, you get absolutely destroyed. But it is just spooky. You need 99 divination to make a portent of life and have that in your invent. I didn't have that yet, so it was a scary quest to do. I didn't actually have too much trouble with the boss fights, but it was just, you know, spooky not being able to wear that Sign of Life. Obviously, you really I try to never take it off if I can avoid it. Well, here in the next clip, I don't actually have it on, but I was using some spirit gems to save myself some charms here because I did go ahead and get around to doing some summoning. I was 59 in the last couple of clips, but right here we are going to be hitting 65 summoning. And that is not really a significant level in and of itself, but the significant part about it is that it is one of the requirements for a clockwork syringe, I guess. That was not what I was going to say, but it is actually the minimum level you need to use the static lamps from the World Wakes on a skill. So I am going to head over to the, whatever this place is called, the Gothixian Temple. We got a nice glitch there, lag, delay, whatever, where I was not moving, even though I was, technically moving across the map. My character was frozen. But we're going to head back here and use all 3 of those static lamps on summoning. Finally, I don't know why I didn't bank my freaking terror birds on my way through the manor farm. Nice job, me. But yeah, we're going to be using these lamps, and they are the ones that can be used on, I think, any combat skill. See, I realize the error of my ways here, having to drop all my terror bird pouches, but I can go ahead and claim my rewards, and we want the static lamps, and that is pretty nice to do. And then we'll be using the ancient lamps. Those are the ones you can only use on one skill. You can only use, there's 3 of them, but you can only use them on 3 different skills. So we'll be using those on Summoning, Prayer, and Herblore when they're each 75. So yeah, we go ahead and use all 3 of these. That's 150k summoning XP, and that actually gets us all the way up to 67 summoning, which is actually a significant level, because one of the reasons is we have the requirements for Fate of the Gods, and also we've unlocked the War Tortoise pouch. So the 18 slot familiar is a 6 slot boost from the Terror Bird, which is 12 slots, so it is pretty nice to get that, and it is going to be our main BOB for a while here until we get 96 for the axe. So figured I'd show a clip for that, as that kind of enables me to do some Zami God Wars and stuff like that, which I might be doing in the near future, so you guys will have to wait and see on that. But following up on that, I actually went ahead and did the Fate of the Gods quest right after this, which was a bit of a spooky quest. Friendiskay itself is not really that dangerous, honestly, but the tanking of all the Muzpas is a little bit spooky. I was pretty okay with my full Bane armor and my Bane shield on, kind of, felt pretty safe. I was using all my defensives and stuff just to tank them, and it wasn't too hard, but, it can be a scary quest, not as dangerous as something like the World Wakes, I don't think, but still, definitely a pretty sizable and, high level quest to be a bit spooked of. And one good thing from this quest is you get the Shard of Zeros, which lets you not be aggroed by any of the stuff in God Wars dungeon, which is very helpful, although it does go in your pocket slot, which is not ideal for me because I obviously want to have my Sign of Life in there, but you can't have it all, I guess. It's probably fine to wear it while I'm in God Wars dungeon, just fighting like Aviancies in there or whatever I'm doing, because I'm sure I won't be having any near-death experiences from that, hopefully, but yeah, you never know at the same time, so just probably will try and maybe bring some other stuff instead, like the Armadillo pieces that I would need. But that's Fate of the Gods completed. We get 2 quest points, 125k magic, 100k divination and slayer, and 75k agility, and 50k summoning. So a ton of XP from this quest. We obviously have the Shard of Zeros as well, and we can get some more free divination XP from the Measure, the Elder Chronicles and stuff. We have the Muzba and Nihils that we can kill now. Just a bunch of crap here, and yeah, pretty sweet quest to get done with. And we also get ourselves 68 summoning and 78 agility and 83 divination. A nice trio of levels there for the completion of the quest. And yeah, we'll definitely take that. And I did actually go ahead and get the Distorted Engrameter too. If you see that in my inventory, that helps you out. It makes you take less damage on Friendiskay, which takes a kind of a long time to get. You got to do a bunch of divination and stuff to get it, but I thought it was worth doing just to grab, because you do, I think, need to do the Majrat Memories quest for a different quest. I'm not sure 100%, but it's a mini quest rather. But the next quest here is going to be The Void Stares Back. We just completed that there. We get 2 books of Equilibrium, 20k XP in construction, crafting, firemaking, magic, smithing, and summoning, as well as a free Elite Void Knight torso, and we can upgrade our Void armor. This quest was honestly pretty tough when it first came out. I did this near or on the day of release, and the Pest Queen was quite tough to kill. Nowadays, it is extraordinarily easy. She barely does any damage, and you can spam the Karasi spec, which weakens her whenever she tries to do her spec, so no problem at all really with this quest. And we get 69 summoning from it as well. And then these 2 books are required the level 75 in the skill, but you can actually bank them. So I'm just going to bank these and then use them on summoning or prayer later on when I have 75, because why not just save them, because no real point in using them. Next up here, we have another quest. This one a bit less significant than the past few, and that is going to be the Grim Tales quest, which is kind of an interesting quest. It's a bit strange, a little out of place in the game world in terms of the lore and stuff like that, but it's like a callback to fairy tales of old, where they have like the Rapunzel dwarf, and then obviously Jack and the Beanstalk, stuff like that, and just generally it's one of those old quests that are just like they're not really up to the standard of quests nowadays, but still not too bad, and they're pretty easy to get done as well. Although the weird thing about it is, although it's an pretty easy quest, it requires I think 76 woodcutting, or maybe a little lower than that, I don't remember, but you get some not really exciting amounts of XP, and this dwarven helmet, which I think used to be like best in slot crush attack bonus like a long time ago, but is now essentially worthless. But you can actually alch it for 36k apparently, so gonna probably go ahead and save it just for that. But yeah, that is Grim Tales quest. And then the next one is a decently similar quest in terms of the way it ends at the very least, and that is going to be the Back to My Roots quest. This one also has some deceptively high requirements for the difficulty, although this quest honestly sucked ass because I had to go through the Jade Vine Maze, and for some reason I fell like literally 10 times at this one point where if you fall you have to go back through like basically the entire maze. So this quest took me way longer than it should have, but we do complete it here with 24k farming, 40k woodcut, 23k slayer, and 15k agility. And we can also use the Jade Vine patch here in Ardy to grow our own vine. I think it's a weekly thing that you can do and slay it for some slayer and woodcutting XP. But yeah, that is the Back to My Roots quest completed, and another one of those quests out of the way with that are not too exciting to do. But next up here, we're going to have a live commentary clip for the last bit of this episode, where we are going to be completing a task set. I'll see you guys for that. Alright guys, so I'm pretty sure the last clip was almost the same as this one right here, but we are fighting the Wild Jade Vine once again. After the Back to My Roots quest, you can plant the vine and fight it again, get some woodcutting XP, and I don't know what else you get. But what we wanted to do this for was the Vine Data achievement in the Ardy tasks, and that completes the Ardy hard tasks for me, which sucked completely. Like, I'm pretty sure every single task set in the game has like one or two absolutely terrible tasks in it that you have to do that are just so annoying. This one had quite a few, to be honest. Like, that thing took like an entire day to grow. Then you have to check the health first and then leave it for a bit before it actually grows into the one that you can kill and replant like that. So that was annoying, having to wait that long. You also have to pick some fruit from a papaya or palm tree over by the Tree Gnome village. Those take like 15-16 hours to grow as well. What the fuck? My game just crashed. A heap has been corrupted. Are you fucking kidding me? Nice fucking job, Jagex. Really, really good. Okay, hold on. Jesus Christ, lucky I wasn't doing any fucking combat or anything. What the hell? Game just heap corrupted. Really fucking great. Jesus. God, this game, bro. I think this is who I talked to, though, for this. But there was the other achievement that sucked, or there were kind of a pair of them. I had to do a game of Castle Wars to get... You had to shoot a catapult and win a game. So that was really annoying to have to do, because nobody plays Castle Wars outside of the Spotlight. So yeah, this one was a bit of a doozy, I must say. Let me just look at the whole list just to remind myself a little bit. So yeah, I mean, other than that, though, they weren't too bad. I had to go switch on to Lunars and back for that spell, but yeah, win a game in Castle Wars. Had to make a pair of Gloves of Silence. Go fish out a fucking cave eel from under Lumbridge. That's one we just did. I already had that one. That was easy. I already did that when I was catching that for the other thing. A couple things in the Nil Dungeon. That was the one where you had to pick the plant. This one was weird. I didn't even know that druid's tower was there, to be honest. And then when you steal from the chest, you get like teleported out to a little house in Ardy or something. So that was an interesting one. But yeah, we now have the Ardy Cloak 3, which is obviously not going to be better than my skill cave, although it does have better prayer bonus, so that might be good to note for if I'm ever doing any skilling that requires prayers in the future, but I'm sure I'll have a better cape by then. But yeah, it was nice to get that. I'm not sure if there's any new benefits that are worth speaking about outside of the level 2 capes benefits. Let me quickly check this on the page here. Oh yeah, so this gives you more pickpocketing success chance, and stealing chests. I wonder if this counts for safe cracking or not. But I might as well keep it wear it for that. And yeah, that is not too. There's not too much really that great. You can toggle the Watchtower teleport to go to Yanil instead, but you have the Yanil lodestone like right there, where I think it usually will. The Watchtower teleport will take you like right around here, so not too great. But we can use this lamp. I'm going to use it on summoning, I think, because I'm already 75 herblore, and that's the level I'm worried about. I'm worried about getting 75 herblore and summoning for obviously prif, so I'm going to be using most of my lamps on summoning from here on out as I can do. But yeah, that's the Ardy hard task completed. Pretty nice. I think I could do the Mauritania hard task pretty soon as well. But there's a pretty high level quest that I wanted to complete next up as well, which is the Brink of Extinction. I now have I've had all the levels for this for a bit now, since I've already got 80 defense, and I did the Elder Kiln a bit ago, but this one gives you some pretty nice XP reward of 275k. It's kind of unfortunate that it's just a one big lump of XP. I like it a little bit better when you can break it up between some skills, but you need to be level 80 plus to use it. So I hope I can save it, but although at the same time it doesn't really make a difference, because once I'm 80 plus in one of these skills, I'm not gonna worry too much about getting it up higher. So I'll probably will just end up using it on defense, because it has to be attack, strength, defense, range, or magic. So yeah, not too worried about that. But the quest supposedly could be maybe a little dangerous. I'm not sure how difficult the combat actually is in it, but I'll definitely be careful when I'm doing that. But yeah, see you guys for the next one. Okay, you guys, so that is going to be the end of this episode of the Hardcore Iron Man Progress series. Pretty decently long episode here today. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I tried to put in some extra clips this time around and stretch it out a bit longer. We still have a couple clips left on the backlog starting its way up for next week's episode, so we should have plenty of content in that as well. Hope you guys are all enjoying this series so far. Appreciate your support on it. And yeah, in the next episode, we're going to continue knocking out prif requirements. We are quite close at this point. I'm not 100% sure on the stats in this video, but I think we're probably only needing something like construction, and maybe like range, prayer, and summoning. Those are just like my assumption of what I still need at this point. Obviously, I'm a bit further on than I was in some of these clips, so I'm not 100% sure where I was back on these ones, but I'm sure I showed my stats at some point, so you guys can keep tabs on that. But that is the, it's pretty much a short-term goal at this point, reaching prif, and then moving forward from there, we have plenty of other stuff we want to be getting to do. So yeah, hope you guys are all enjoying the series so far. I will be uploading a weekly vlog on Monday as per usual. Saren has appeared in Berthorpe, and there are announcements in the chat that she's gathering people to her cause. I haven't actually been there, but I assume if you go there, you'll see people starting to show up, and you can probably talk to them, see what they're all about. So that's pretty interesting. And yeah, the quest does come out on Monday. Really looking forward to it, so I'll definitely be making my weekly vlog on that, giving my thoughts and opinions. But yeah, other than that, guys, thanks for checking out the video, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.